following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie, go Pollen! Puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Upon on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in! Johannes to the line!
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
And welcome. We're going to come on a little early tonight. We've got some girls basketball coming up. Steve Wooderick and Randy Armga. Jeff Sauer on the video streaming. But we got a heck of a boys basketball game going on right now. I believe the number 5 or so ranked team in the
4, they said.
They moved up. Okay, they moved them up then. I didn't see the updated one.
That's what our PA announcer said. CWC 4th ranked.
Okay. But we've got that going on in the Central Wisconsin Christian School gym with the Crusaders out there. Up 54-49, 4:12 left. And they're taking on Abundant Life St. Ambrose, I believe, out of Madison, the challengers. So a great game right from the start. The St. Ambrose had some nice leads earlier in the ball game, kind of had control of the game, and but then CWC came back by a halftime, and now we're sitting here with 4:11 left in the ball game, 54-49, a very, very physical, very fast-paced game between these two teams.
Yeah, it's a heck of a game, pretty high-level stuff, and definitely some guys playing above the rim in this game. One in particular.
Our friend Ben Emba, man. He's not a great interview, but he's one heck of a basketball player, and he's. I just see him getting better every time we see him play. And man, he had a tip in that he was well above the rim, and just just barely got out of the cylinder, and he popped it back in, a big bucket just about a minute ago. But really a scrappy game. Let's see, Brock Hoekstra. He's been getting some nice buckets here towards the end of the ball game too. Some big time putback baskets and. Got fouled on one of them, and now they open up a 5-point lead. It's been kind of tied or 1-point leads kind of back and forth, and now the first time that they've had any kind of gap in the lead here in this ball game.
Yeah, very high-level, energy-wise game. Both teams getting on the floor, getting after it, and I'm not sure what the stoppage is right now.
Blood.
Oh, there was blood. Okay, Hoekstra. I know he left the court and went somewhere. I didn't know if he had a contact issue or something like that. They held it up. Yeah, he's got a little blood on the inside of his left arm. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we're just kind of winging it here. This is not the game that we prepared to do today, and I sat and I got all the stats and everything, but it's a great game worth putting on and catching the end. They're going to kind of put some tape on for Hoekstra, and he'll have to sit probably to the next. Can you let him come back out?
I think he's going to have to exit the game for at least one possession here, and then
for first dead ball, he'll certainly be back out. So here we go, 4:11 left.
Don't seem to have a med kit on the sideline here at all. Of course, Brock has to go all the way to the office or the locker room to get some medical help.
Ball out on top over to Brant Billy. And a drive to the basket now from Cade Fleistra. Misses, ball's loose. Chasing it down, coming up to it is Abundant Life on a fast break, and a nice job hustling down the court by Neil Benheisman, still right back in the hands of the challengers.
It's been a scramble the entire game, back and forth. Hoekstra's taped up, ready to come back in the game.
They get the ball over by the post, back over the left side in the hands of Jonathan Lumens going in, about a 5-foot floater, and no good. And Skalma with a rebound for the Crusaders. Love watching him play, man. Bailey's a battler out there. Always seems to have that good sense of where that ball is.
As we said, we do not have any stats for you on any players or anything like that, but it's been one heck of a game that we've been able to watch while we were setting up for the girls' game coming up against Oakfield.
We were getting into this game. I said, we're all set up. Let's do this. Let's get this on right now, so why not? Will Sines running the clock down a little bit, under 3 to play. 54-49 in favor of the Crusaders.
Challengers played a lot of zone in this game, but right now with the Crusaders with that 5-point lead, they're going to have to come out and play man.
Got a three-pointer up by Skolma. It's nothing but net for Bailey Skolma. Wow. Makes a big bucket, puts the Crusaders up by 8 now, 57-49. Big-time bucket by Bailey Skolma. Drive inside, and a foul as J.D. Davison for the Challengers comes in and gets fouled. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. Clock stops at 2:32. Bonus coverage here on RP Sports here today. Why not? To catch this game, and maybe after the game sometime, maybe even while the other game's going on, we'll see if we'll catch the coach and talk to Josh Gibbons. Doing a great job and having a great year. Number 4 ranked in Division 5 Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders. Bailey Skolma sitting down right now. Yeah,
after knocking down the big 3. Wow. No fear there, I'll tell you that. Up by 5, not afraid to pull the trigger on that 3-pointer.
Brock Hoekstra checks back in after getting his the blood issue taken care of. Next one bounces out, and they chase it from going out of bounds, and a nice job by Bleester to step in. He tried to save the ball to one of his teammates, and Bleester gets it. Crusaders with the ball. 2:20 and counting down in the ball game. A 7-point lead for Central Wisconsin Christian.
Becomes a strong drill right now. Take care of the basketball, get high-level shots.
Sines has it, being closely guarded by Jacob Kuhn. A little crossover dribble, loses it for a second, but gets it back somehow. Valuable seconds coming off the clock, under 2 to play, counting down.
Definitely the clock is a friend of the Crusaders.
We get an inadvertent whistle by the one of the officials here, so Crusaders will keep it again after reset.
Okay, yeah, no. Does allow some of the substitutes to get into the game, but
Bailey checking back in, and Neil Benheisen sitting down. Down to 1:54 left. Inbound pass into Will Sines. And we'll be bringing you the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders taking on the Oakfield Oaks in a game from the Trailways East. Hoekstra has it out on top. Seems about every other guy to touch the ball is Will Sines. Want to keep it in his sure hands. Goes Hoekstra, kicks it out to Billy. He's going to launch up a 3 from the left corner. Rims around, no good. Maybe a shot they didn't need to take at the time. Jonathan Lumens bringing it up the other way, coming up the left side of the court, guarded by Bailey Skolma. He's going to launch up a 3 straight on, but comes up short. Skolma gets the rebound. And then we've got a timeout taken by Josh Gibbons. Just keep it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, fun stuff here today. Of course, we're going to have, right after this game is done, we'll go into some interviews. I had a chance to talk to Mark Vanderwerf, the head coach for the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders, and also I had an opportunity to talk to Heather Justman, the head coach for Oakfield. And they both had some things to say about their team and about the games that they played earlier against each other. A very decisive win for the Oakfield Oaks in that ball game over at Oakfield. So we will see. I know Coach Justman's not just saying we're going to come in here and take care of business like last time. She's a pretty experienced team, and that's a good month ago, and we'll see what happens in this ball game. Not taking CWC lightly, and they're just a couple of games behind them in conference play. The third-place team with CWC and Oakfield sitting in first place in the Trailways East Conference.
Yeah, certainly tougher to go on the road. I don't care where you go, and this is a pretty live atmosphere they have here at CWC. So Oakfield, they're well aware of what it takes to win when they come into this building. Coach Gibbons, he looks a little stressed right now. He's breathing heavy.
Hey, it's much easier when you have like your own 20 teams that you had earlier. Now you got a team that's ranked in the state, big expectations, close game. That's what gives all you coaches gray hair or lose hair, one of the two, whatever happens. But this is good stuff. He's a great coach.
Gives you that good job by Science taking care of the ball.
We'll need to get over the timeline, and Hoekstra does that. Kind of gets pulled at the end of that one. And a foul by the challengers of Abundant Life, St. Ambrose.
Hoekstra, a pretty solid free throw shooter. Not sure what his percentage on the season is, but we've seen him be pretty clutch up there.
Amble's going to sit down, and they have Neil Benheisen coming back in. Neil And he's had some nice recoveries of the basketball. He's just a hustler out there. He's always moving. I like watching him play, too. Hoekstra's free throw, no good. And who gets the rebound? Neil Venhuizen has it. Cross-court pass over to Skalma.
And he takes care of it.
Yeah, Bleestra gets tripped up as he heads to the basket with 1:04 left in the ball game. A 7-point lead for Central Wisconsin Christian. Getting about 4 minutes and 15 seconds of a game we didn't expect to cover tonight, but I wish we would have went on, came on a little bit earlier here today and had it on. But
yeah, it looked early on when we first arrived here, like the team out of Madison was going to maybe take it to the Crusaders, but all of a sudden they rallied back and they were back to near even at halftime. And
Crusaders had to kind of get used to that pace because Challengers just want to get it. They got a defensive rebound, and there was always somebody releasing immediately, if not a couple guys. And they got it down the court and got a lot of easy baskets that way early. But Crusaders had to kind of catch up with that to prevent that from happening. Free throws are good, 59-50 now with 1:03 and counting down here at the end of the ball game. 3-point shot from the left side up by Nolan Wallace, and he buries it to keep things interesting. Coach Gibbons. Not liking it. Here goes Skalma with a lane to the basket. A little hesitation. 3 players are on him. Then he gets it tapped away and gets possession back over to Will Sines. And it spins out of the double team. Nice job by Sines having his ball handling skills that he had. Looked like he was dead in the water there and just spun around and got out of it, drew the foul.
The guy you do want on the line without doubt, Will Sines. Senior. Hard to believe he's a senior already. Man, the time went by so quickly.
It's just like my parents told me, when the older you get, the faster time goes and the younger the players look on the court. Well, nothing but net on his first free throw. 60-53 Crusaders with 42 seconds left. And we'll have the entire Oakfield at CWC girls basketball game right after this. Next free throw is also nothing but net. Money time with Sines at the free throw line. Abundant Light bringing it up. Jonah Kuhn along the right side working against Sines. In the hands now of Blaine Wall. Three-pointer from the right corner, a little too strong in the shot by Jonathan Lumens. Rebound by the Challengers, no good. Ball loose in the corner, goes out of bounds. Who's it off from? Still trying to sort that out.
Officials are asking. It's going to stay with Abundant Life.
Okay. Yeah,
it's one of those calls when they're down by 8 with 20 seconds left. They're going to go that way.
27 seconds left, an 8-point lead for the Crusaders, and what was a pretty decisive lead that they had. The Challengers had a 3-pointer up right at the inbounds pass. No good, and Hoekstra gets the rebound for the Crusaders. And a quick foul, but like I said, the Challengers with some pretty decent leads early in the ball game. CWC before halftime had this thing close again, and then just a real good match back and forth. It was only about a 1 or 2 point game when we came on the air here, and all of a sudden after that, CWC took off and got themselves a nice lead up by 8 right now.
Yeah, I did hear the PA man tell us that it's the number 4 ranked Crusaders versus the number 1 ranked. On Saturday, they're talking about that they're going to be playing, is that Fall River, I believe he said?
Yeah, they're playing Fall River coming up.
And I believe they said Fall River's number 1 ranked team in D5. So
it's a game, if we wanted to, Nick said we could probably we could do that one and head over there and call that game. We'll see after this game. Let's get this one done tonight. Quickly up the court, then a basket quickly scored by Blaine Wall. Some more full court pressure by the Challengers with 10 seconds left. They get into Will Sines, who's just money at the free throw line. 62-55, 8.7 seconds left, and looks like the Crusaders going to put this thing away here in the last 8 seconds.
Yeah, and I know this is it's a non-conference game, but this is a big win for the Crusader boys right here. Keep that record going and go into that game on Saturday. I believe they said it's at Horicon. It's some type of
it is at Horicon.
Okay,
I think there's a
crossover.
Crossover between a few other teams there too.
So
it is at Horicon. That's right. And Nick had mentioned that game, and I think that'd be one heck of a game to go to.
Yeah, Crusaders against number 4 ranked team against the number 1 ranked team. Pretty neat stuff.
Bucket in for Sines, putting the game away. 9-point lead down to 5 seconds left. Challengers with a basketball, 3-pointer left side, off the top of the backboard, no good. Buzzer goes off, and the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders winning 64-55. What a ball game. A great year here for Josh Gibbons and his Crusaders, and they come out on top against a very nice team that they play that likes to push the ball up the court. Fun game to watch for the fans here. We got fans from how many different teams in here? Oakfield fans trying to find their spots yet right now, where the St. Ambrose parents are sitting right now and fans are sitting. So a lot of people in the gym right now here at Central Wisconsin Christian. We'll talk a little bit just to kind of give a little intro into the girls basketball game. And the Crusaders are 9-4 on the season. They are sitting at third place in the Trailways East. Oakfield sitting at 5-1 in the conference ahead of Lords. And CWC is third place. So first taking on third in the conference. Crusaders coming off a 50-41 victory against Cambria Friesland on Tuesday. And they're coached by Mark Vanderwerf. Pretty experienced squad with a lot of seniors that are on the floor for CWC.
Yeah, there are, and some players that had minutes in the past weren't the key players, and now they're stepping up and they're taking those leadership roles, and they're really I think a team that's improving a lot in the last few weeks and just getting better and better as the season goes on.
Then you got the Oakfield Oaks, Heather Justman, the coach for them, and she had a nice interview, too, that we're going to be playing here in the pregame show. But they're coming off a loss against Columbus, 59-53, playing definitely a bigger school, a couple divisions bigger than them probably with Columbus. But losing only by 6 points in that. Oakfield sitting at 11-4 and 5-1 in the Trailways East Conference. And, of course, their marquee players, the Hoffman sisters out there. They separate themselves from the Waupun area Hoffmans. There's only one F in the Hoffman over there.
Yeah, we figured that out a couple years ago. They're not related, at least not by name, because, one F instead of two Fs with the Hoffman girls that play for CWC.
Okay, so let's just settle down after the boys again winning their ball game, and maybe we'll get an interview with Coach Josh Gibbons coming up in a little bit. But 64-55, they knock off St. Ambrose in that game, and now we're ready. Warm-ups just starting for the girls, and we'll have some interviews for you. We've got an interview with Mark Vanderwerf coming up first, and after that an interview with Heather Justman, the Oakfield Oaks coach, coming your way in just a few minutes. Got girls basketball action on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Saputo Cheese, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. A new year, a new career. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at $21.94 per hour, or operators starting at $25.09 per hour. Great benefits, shift pay, and more. A new year, a new career with Saputo Cheese in Alto. Apply online at saputo.com/careers. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Zittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The last tractor you'll ever need is here. Get into a Massey Ferguson compact or utility tractor and accomplish more than ever before. These versatile tractors are known for their unbeatable power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded creature comforts. And with their ability to multitask through any job around the yard or farm, they'll provide you with outstanding value for years to come. Visit Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden to find the right model for your operation.
Back to Central Wisconsin Christian School and more of our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales. The Crusaders set to take on their conference rival, the Oakfield Oaks, here tonight. And with me right now, the head coach for Central Wisconsin Christian, Mark Vanderwerf. Guys, they're sitting at 9-4 right now and third place in the Trailways East Conference. Just kind of talk about your team and where they're at right now. They heading in the right direction for you, or what are they doing well right now?
Overall, we're playing well. We're playing well together as a team. Defensively, we've been playing a little bit better lately. We're a team that needs to hit outside shots. We've been struggling with that the last couple of games. Hopefully tonight we can turn that corner and knock down some outside perimeter shots. Just a team of good leaders. We're blessed to have 6 seniors, so that's a good thing. So they provide a lot of leadership. So we just try to keep getting better each and every day.
I suppose they're probably the ones that trying to get everybody settle down a little bit. You had a pretty decisive loss to them earlier in the season. So what are the thought process for your leaders on the team with the rest of the players and for you tonight here against a pretty good Oakfield team?
Oh yeah, they're very, very good. We know it'll be a battle tonight. They got great size, which is something that we don't have. So we got to try to double down and dig and try to get the ball out of the post inside if possible. Boxing out's going to be a huge key for us, but not only do they have really good size, but even that size is decently quick. They get up and down, they can shoot the three, so they're good at all facets of the game.
How are you doing health-wise right now? We're a little over halfway through the season. What's it look like for you guys health-wise?
We're dealing with a couple nagging things. Elise did something to her shoulder about a week ago. Samantha's dealing with a little bit of an ankle issue. You got the sicknesses that's going through the school, but we're fighting through it. It's like you said, it's the middle of the season. At this point, nobody's probably 100% healthy.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck tonight. I'm looking forward to a pretty good game.
All right, thanks.
Mark Vanderwerf, head coach for the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders, getting set to take on the Oakfield Oaks. More of a pregame show coming your way after this on RP Sports.
Before or after today's game, stop in at Oak Central. They are a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics right here. Oak Central at 139 North Main Street, Oakfield. Call 583-3637, 583-3637. Stop on by for a great burger, pizza, appetizer, or any other special they have. Oak Central, downtown Oakfield, a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics. Go Oaks! Katie's Log Cabin of downtown Oakfield is a proud sponsor of the Oaks in today's game. Whether you want to grab a drink with friends or fill your belly with delicious food, look no further than Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant and Bar at 210 North Main Street, Oakfield, 583-7054. Log on katieslogcabin.com. It's Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant and Bar. Delicious pizzas, appetizers, burgers, a Friday fish fry, and a whole lot more at Katie's. Life is better.
Welcome back to more of our pregame show brought to you by Home and Auto Sales. And time now to talk to the Oakfield Oaks. Heather Justman is going to join us right now. And
nice season going on. You're leading the Trailways East Conference. What's going good with your team right now?
Our defense is going well, just like every year. Our offense, we're getting some good looks inside and everything with Hoffman's, and I think everything is meshing well throughout the season here so far. So.
Yeah, I know you got your bigs out there with the Hoffman sisters out there. That's a nice convenience. Who's also stepping up for you this season?
We've got our outside shooters, Lindsay Streeter. We have her. As well as Marissa Kutke. The benches are helping us out with Marissa Sabo and Krista Ryan. So we've got a pretty good depth and all-around good team. So that's contributing to our scoring as well.
I know you got playing a pretty experienced team, a lot of good seniors on the Oakfield team. You did beat them, on the CWC team, and you beat them pretty handily earlier in the season. Thoughts on playing them for the second time this season?
Well, it's the second half of the season. There's always some adjustments here and there with every team, so we'll see how this goes today.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us. Look forward to a really good game here tonight, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Heather Jessman joining us here in the pregame show, brought to you by Home and Auto Sales, and we'll be back with more of our pregame show right after this on RP Sports.
Okay, I think we are back now, and I think kind of a crazy night. We decided we were watching this unbelievable high school boys basketball game, and I said, what are we sitting here watching it for? Let's get it on the air. We're all set up, ready to go. So about 4:15 left in the game, we threw it on, and just an unbelievable game and a great finish for Central Wisconsin Christian, winning 64-55 against Abundant Life St. Ambrose. And we've actually got Josh Gibbons here after that, and it's fun watching the stress of a coach out there during the highs and lows of a very tense moment of the game. But just talk about this unbelievable game you had here tonight against the Challengers.
Yeah, that was a great game tonight. We knew they were a good team. They're really starting to figure things out, and they've been racking up the wins here lately. So we knew we were going to be tested. We had to really grind this one. I mean, I love grinders as long as we win. Then they're really fun.
I thought you were going to talk about the sandwich or something.
Yeah.
No, that was. Yeah, I mean, these are things that I think these kids learn from when you really get pushed. You get down a lot in the first half. They kind of try to run you off the court in the beginning.
Yeah, they did. And I wasn't going to call timeout there. I was going to make my kids work, and they did. They battled. We trailed most of the first half, and then the bucket started to drop for us, and then we were able to take the lead there at halftime, but they came back and pushed us. They took the lead back and forth for a long time. And just really happy how my kids played. They really persevered there down the end.
You talk about your team victories out there. I think we were naming, everybody on the team. Everybody that's out there was a key part of that. It was a team effort at the end. Big plays by so many players out there to seal the win and finally get to pull away from those guys.
Exactly, and that's what makes us tough. We have so many kids that can do things. A lot of people talk about Will, and he's a great player, but we got Cade Vleetzer out there that can do some things. Bailey Skalma, our bigs, Brock, Ben, Neil. There's just a lot of kids that can do things for us. I can name them all.
Oh, yeah, you could.
I love them all. And even the kids that don't get in there, they push us in practice, and that's what makes us better. So we have a great team. They play for each other. Really like what we're doing.
Well, of course, they'll let you savor this win tonight, but you got a big game coming up on Saturday. Do you play anybody ranked at all coming up on Saturday?
I'm not sure. I just found out we had a game, I was surprised, Yeah, that should be a good one. We've seen Fall River play. We've played them in the past. They're a really good team. They're ranked number 1 for a reason. We'll have our work cut out for us, and hopefully we make it a good game, and we'll see what happens.
Tell everybody where that's going to be at. That's not going to be at either one of your places, Horicon, right?
Correct. It's at Horicon. It's the last game of the night. It's the showcase game at 5 p.m. in Horicon in the main gym there.
Man, I'm really thinking that's not on our schedule, but I'm thinking we may be there for that game. But after what we've seen that Randolph game was unbelievable. Then you come out and play a game like this tonight, man. Because they're battle tested and ready to take on a team like Fall River.
Yeah, I hope we are. All these games build up to that moment coming Saturday. So hopefully it's helped us, and hopefully we come out on the right side on Saturday.
Well, Josh, great. Great. It's been fun watching this game and the last game. We were there at both of those, so congratulations on that. Good luck on Saturday, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Go Crusaders.
Okay, Josh.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield
School with about 5 or 6 different teams represented here, but again, a nice victory, 64-55 for the Crusaders over the challengers of Abundant Life St. Ambrose. So we're going to take a break and come back with the starting lineups and I guess the beginning of tonight's game as we're here for the girls here tonight. The Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders taking on the Oakfield Oaks, a couple of the top teams in the Trailways East Conference. Back with the beginning of that game coming up in just a few minutes on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees when you meet the monthly qualification criteria. There's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. What's shaking this week, my friend?
We are in the throes of the NFL playoff season. We have always got that going on Saturdays and Sundays. And we've got daily specials going on. You'll have to check our special board. That changes by the day. There's usually hot beef, pork, and turkey going on pretty much every day, but our soup board changes by the day, and whatever Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen, she changes pretty much every day.
Open at 11 o'clock daily for lunch, into the afternoon for maybe some appetizers, and then for supper.
Mondays, of course, is pizza special, as well as all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays, of course, is Mexican. Wednesdays is wings after 4. Thursdays, we have build-your-own burger. Friday is fish, and Saturday is our appetizer special. Buy one, get one half off.
Got the NFL playoffs. You got the Bucks and the Badgers. Some hoops on here at the bar.
Well, the Bucks haven't been doing so hot as of late, so we've got 17 different tap lines and all kinds of spirits on hand to get you through that game. The Badgers, of course, they're always on the weekends when they're playing, and you can always find something going on here.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield Booster Club is a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of our community. The money raised helps to purchase athletic equipment, off-season programs, facility improvements, and more, scholarships, and many other items for the district in our community. The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of the Oakfield Oaks in today's game. Log on to Facebook.com/the Oakfield Booster Club.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887. You've put a lot of thought into every detail of your new home, including the flooring. Or you finally decided on the perfect flooring to add life to your current home. Your next move is to call Daryl Vandezand at VZ Flooring to install it for you. He's fully insured and has been in the business for over 18 years, including starting VZ Flooring over 7 years ago. Daryl can install your new carpet, tile, LVP, LVT, and backsplash. Call VZ Flooring at 920-210-4909 to get a free estimate.
Welcome to Terra Max territory. Create the ideal seed bed with a high-quality finish, level soils and remove ruts, and eliminate resistant weeds, all with one innovative tool from Great Plains. The Terra Max is a versatile hybrid tillage solution offering variable intensity tillage for a variety of field conditions. Learn more about hybrid tillage and the new Terra Max at www.greatplainsag.com or by visiting Waupun Equipment Company, your local Great Plains dealer. This is Terra Max territory. Waupun Equipment Company.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Welcome back to Central Wisconsin Christian School. I actually feel kind of winded going into the game instead of halfway through, but that was a nice to get the last 4 minutes of that boys' game. Well deserved to be on the air.
Speaking of winded, poor Josh Gibbons, he he needed a shower when he came up here. He had a little perspiration running down.
Yeah, it was fun watching him coach. He does a good job for those boys, and he's got a good bunch there right now. So I'm happy for him. Look at the starting lineups for our two teams here tonight. Central Wisconsin Christian hosting this game in Waupun. Caitlin Vanderwerf, a 5'6" senior, averaging 7 points a game. Ada Smeese, a 6'1" senior, 3 points a game for her. Elise Ritzma, a 5'9" senior, 12 points a game, 8 rebounds. Samantha Braskamp, a 5'5" sophomore, 5 points a game for her. And Emma Hoffman, their lead scorer, 14 points, 36% from behind the arc, and 4 rebounds a game. Only a 5'6" senior, but a great player out there for them. For the Oakfield Oaks, coached by Heather Justman. Marissa Kotke, a 5'4" junior, 6.5 points a game. Elizabeth Stammen, a 5'6" senior. Lindsay Streeter, 8 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, a 5'6" senior. Allie Lamonska, a junior, 4 points a game and 6 rebounds. And Stella Hoffman, one of the Hoffman sisters, 6'1" junior, 15 points a game, 33% shooter from behind the arc, and also 10.5 rebounds a game. And we are ready to play some basketball here, some Trailways East basketball, right here at Central Wisconsin Christian.
I don't know why I find that so interesting, but the Hoffmans with 1F from Oakfield and the 2F Hoffmans from Central Wisconsin Christian.
Just to make sure you don't know that they are not related. So we are ready to go here at Central Wisconsin Christian. Ada Smeese will be jumping ball against Stella Hoffman. And their last meeting was back on the 29th of November, a long time from now ago, but Oakfield won that one going away, 78-44. Georgia Hoffman, who's on the bench right now, but she'll be coming out shortly, I'm sure. She had 22 points in that ball game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. CWC wins the tip, and getting it is Elise Ritzma, goes up, misses her shot, gets the rebound, puts it back up, but gets the ball knocked out of bounds. And it will be Oakfield, I should say, Central Wisconsin Christian basketball.
Yeah, Oakfield's going to go to a 2-3 zone on that out of bounds. Ada Smeese, she's maybe a little thinner and not quite as strong in the post, but certainly as tall.
Oh, yeah.
Gives the Crusaders some size.
Yeah, get a little space there for the shot for CWC. It spills out the front of the rim. No good on that shot by Emma Hoffman, and Oakfield gets the rebound.
Seeing 2-3 zone
out of... The clock's not moving at all. 17:54 still on the clock. I don't know if something's broken. They're enjoying the clock. And they're not sure what's going on there, but who just made that three-point basket?
Elizabeth Stammen.
Okay, Elizabeth with the basket, trying to look at the clock.
Clock's going now, so
it's working.
That corrected.
That whole trip down the court from the rebound after that That inbounds pass never started up again until the next dead ball.
We're not going to say we know the clock operator. We're just going to leave him alone. We won't. We won't call him out.
No, we won't. I won't. Missed shot inside by KK Vanderwerf and a rebound right away by Oakfield. A lob pass inside over to Stella Hoffman, working in a nice feed on the other side of the basket. Ball not finished on the shot. Inside by Allie Lamanska. We got a nice little feed from her teammate Stella Hoffman on that one, but couldn't convert on it.
Lamanska, I know her from softball. Good hitter.
And nice job taking it hard to the hole for CWC. Samantha Braskamp was right at the bigs in there and draws the foul, so 2 free throws for Braskamp. Yeah, the Lamanska name, that's been in here for a while. I think she had an older sister that graduated a few years ago. That's a name that we've been mentioning for a few years over in the Oakfield area. The first free throw rattles home. CWC on the board, trailing now 5-1. A little over a minute into the ball game, maybe a minute 20, but the clock says a minute, over a minute. Both free throws good. Braskamp a 71% free throw shooter. 3-2. 3-2 the lead now for Oakfield. Oakfield going to get it inside to Hoffman. Goes up, powers up, misses. Getting the rebound is Lamanska, and she'll put it in. Allie Lamanska with a basket. 5-2 now the lead for Oakfield.
Oakfield with really good size. Size and athletic.
Yeah, they've got some pretty athletic guards, too, when you talk to Heather Justman. She mentioned her, not just her bigs, but the other girls that there's little speed merchants out there that are very active, too. Pushing it up the court now is Kotke, and a nice little feed into Lamanska. A nice feed from her teammate, Lindsay Streeter, on the fast break. And she gets fouled, so 1 free throw for Allie Lamanska. Yeah, even the bigs down there quick on those transition moments on the court, and they beat CWC down the court. No good on that free throw. Then they tie up, and possession arrow pointing toward Oakfield, so they're going to keep it. Yeah, good job stepping in when it looked like Elise Ritzma was just going to cleanly get that one, and they tied it up and had the arrow pointing their way. Little pass inside to Hoffman, passes right side, about a 17-footer from the right side, and that is up and in. From the right side for Lindsay Streeter, her first 2 of the game. 9-2 now the lead for Oakfield. A nice start here in the game, just a little over 2 minutes into the game. A weak pass, a feed pass into the block there, and well, eventually he's going to be in the hands of Oakfield.
Samantha Braskamp trying to save it, but ball skidded out of bounds. Yeah, Coach Justman at Oakfield, I've always liked her game, and I don't know the lady personally, but I really like what she does. She's got a mixed bag and full court pressure that she uses, zones, man-to-man, changes it up, does a nice job.
Shot inside, misses everything, and Ritzma comes up with a rebound. Hands the ball over to Vanderwerf, who will give it over to Emma Hoffman to bring it up for CWC. Cross-court pass over to Hoffman. Their scoring leader on the season, 14 points a game. 3-pointer out now from Braskamp, front of the rim, no good. And that's going to go off the hands of Stella Hoffman. It'll remain Crusader basketball. 9-2 the lead now for the visiting Oakfield Oaks. Battle of a couple teams from the Trailways East Conference fighting it out here in Waupun. Smeese has it inside, then hands over to Elise Ritzma and kind of gets it either taken out of her hands or loses it. Then Oakfield comes up with it. Goes the Oaks with the basketball. Stammen has it, passes right side on the hands of Marissa Kotke. Down to Hoffman along the right sideline, and back on top over to Kotke.
Dangerous passes, but Oakfield able to run them down in the corners. Again, the Crusaders in their 2-3 zone.
And Risma getting there a little too late trying to grab that ball and trying to intercept the pass over to Kotke. So a second team foul for the Crusaders. It's the first personal foul for Elise Ritzma.
One foul on Smeese, one on Ritzma so far. Stella Hoffman with the only foul for Oakfield.
Now that everything's settled down, I mean, this is a packed gym when you have so many people that were here for the boys game and the people trying to get in for the girls game, and it was just a packed gym right for those last 4 minutes of that Crusader game. 3-pointer up, and it is good for Marissa Kotke. 4 players in the scorebook for the Oakfield Oaks, opening up a 10-point lead early in the game, 12-2.
Yeah, so much attention goes to the interior with the bigs that Oakfield has, and it's going to get some open shots for the guards of Oakfield. If they can knock those down, it's going to be a tough team to beat.
Taylor Hoffman gets the ball over to Vanderwerf. Cross-court pass over to Emma Hoffman. Kind of scoots for a better angle and misses. Ball was loose, and coming up with it and pushing it up is Marissa Kotke along the right side. Gets the ball inside, and they're going to kick it back out. 3-pointer on the way, off the front of the rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll remain Oakfield basketball. Missed shot there by Alexis Liebenau from the left side. (12-2) here in the early going. Favor of the Oakfield Oaks. They got it all. They've got some nice guard play. They've got some bigs, real good-sized bigs in there. Strong players. See Georgia Hoffman in the ball game now too. A 3-point shot, no good. Weak side rebound for Samantha Braskamp, pushing it up now for the Crusaders.
Braskamp with the high dribble, but the official saying she kept her hand on the top side.
Emma Hoffman with a 3-point shot and puts it in. Emma in the scorebook now. Her first basket, her first points. The second basket, though, for the Crusaders. 12-5 the lead for Oakfield. Pass down and along the right block into Georgia Hoffman. Comes up short on her shot, kicks it back out on top. And a drive from the right side by Streeter gets cut off. Goes Kotke. And back down to the corner with it is Streeter. So Georgia Hoffman kind of gets underneath Elise Ritzma and goes right to the rack with it and finishes. Nice job there by Hoffman.
You talk about the length of the Hoffman sisters.
Ritzma
with a good hoop.
Yeah, they kicked it out to the free throw line. She takes it right back to the rack and finishes with a player on her. Her first basket, 14-7.
You talk about the size of the Hoffman sisters. Lamanska's, she's about as tall as they are too. Not much shorter if she is.
Up on the right side, no good from Kotke, and Oakfield gets the rebound, and then the putback shot, a foul, as Lindsay Streeter tried to put it back up and in. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Crusader foul KK Benworth, her first team's third.
Yeah, I don't have the heights, not even in the website and everything for Lamanska, but she's right up there and a strong-looking player for him.
She's got to be 6 feet at least, I would think.
It's got to be a tough team for anybody to match up to. I know Oakfield or CWC had their troubles with that decisive loss back in the end of November.
And we know that Coach Heather Justman, she likes to go 84 feet with different presses, and we have not seen that yet.
Rebound by Hoffman, and coming in is Georgia Hoffman from the left side, but misses. And CWC comes up with a rebound. Bringing it up now is Mackenzie Zolke, and then kind of gets in some trouble and off her and out of bounds. It'll be Oakfield basketball. Got some more games coming up this week, at least one for us. We're going to be over at Waupun High School to bring you boys basketball action tomorrow night at about 7:20, as Waupun, I believe, is taking on Winneconne tomorrow.
Sounds correct, yeah. Waupun girls were supposed to play Winneconne today, but Winneconne canceled school, I think, because of they had about 5 inches of snow up in the Winneconne area, from what I heard.
See Ryan Vielbig out in the court right now for Oakfield. Ball tapped away, and coming up with it are the Crusaders. Mackenzie Zolke goes in to grab it. Emma Hoffman with it, gets it knocked out of her hands by Vielbig. And got a foul eventually on Oakfield.
Oakfield foul number 1, Ryan Vielbig, her first personal, second team foul.
15-7 the lead for Oakfield in the early going. 11:15 left in the first half. Hoffman gets the inbounds pass guarded by Vielbig. Then, an errant pass inside kind of tapped out of the hands of Zolke, and we're going the other way. Vielbig, good job. Little fake with a head fake, sits down and finishes at the end. Obviously the shortest player on the court for both teams, but you're smart out there. You can make your life easy.
Now we're seeing 1-3-1 zone.
3-point shot up, and it is good for Taylor Hoffman. Nothing but net on that shot. 17-10 the lead for the Oakfield Oaks. Right side, a quick shot now by Krista Sobel, and she puts it in from three-point land. Raining threes here in the Central Wisconsin Christian School Gymnasium.
5 of them already between the two teams in this game. 3 by Oakfield, 2 by CWC.
Yeah, we got here early enough, had a chance to look at all the plans they've got going, all the building they got. Emma Hoffman misses one, weak side rebound to Vanderwerf. Then we've got a tie-up and possession arrow pointing toward CWC. But, man, the things they're doing here is just amazing. This huge auditorium that they're putting in this place. They're putting in classrooms. They're putting in a baseball diamond. I don't know if a softball diamond, too. But, man, it's just unbelievable, the expansion and the support they have for this school.
Definitely a growing community.
Well, try to put another 3 in the books, but Hoffman misses it. Vanderwerf for the rebound, back out to Hoffman, resets, misses another 3 attempt. Ball is loose and heading towards out of bounds, and boy, it stays in, and Vielbig gets it, and then she's going to get knocked to the ground. Be a foul on Central Wisconsin Christian.
Same set of officials that we had for the boys game here tonight, working double duty.
Yeah.
Not familiar with any of them. I'm not sure where they're from, but
never seen these guys.
Worked fast and furious paced boys game and then right into the girls game about 20 minutes later.
Well, pass inside, they get into Georgia Hoffman, going to flicks it over her shoulder, no good. Ritzma rips down the rebound and gets it off to Emma Hoffman to bring it up. 20-10 the lead now for Oakfield.
1-3-1 zone right now by Oakfield.
Usually you have a tall player on top,
yeah,
don't you, in a 1-3-1? Shot from the right corner is no good for Emma Hoffman, and getting the rebound is Krista Sobel. Gives it up over to Vielbig, and she'll pass it down to the corner and back out to Vielbig on top. Another quick shot's going to be taken and a little bit too strong by Krista Sobel. Ball chased down to the corner, double team. Oakfield jumped right on that and set up a double team immediately when Ritzma had it down to the corner.
Yeah, nice job by Elise, just taking care of the ball, getting it out of there without turning it over.
See, Avery Slings is in the game now for the Crusaders. And kind of getting caught up, nowhere to go as Emma Hoffman just kind of threw it away, and Oakfield with the ball back in a 10-point lead. .8:40 and counting down. We're bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. Power move there by Stella Hoffman overlays it. Crusaders will get it back. Kind of a dangerous pass, getting it over to Taylor Hoffman, and kind of set up the Oakfield player, Alexis Liebenau, getting there just a hair too late and runs in to Hoffman. So a foul on her, and ball out of bounds on the sideline for the Crusaders.
Looks like the Oaks are going to stay in a 1-3-1. As you said, Vielbig on the top. Usually you use a little longer player to try and stop ball reversal.
Slings gets it down to Ritzma along the left block, overshoots it to the body on her, and then another tie-up and ball going back to Oakfield. I didn't take a consensus here. Is anybody available if we would have an opportunity to do a game on Saturday? Are you available, Jeff, or not?
It's pink out the rink for Waupun hockey, and I already committed to do that. Sorry.
Okay, well, we'll check into that. Maybe they'll have a member of the stream team or something that might be available. If not, then it'll be a nice game that night over in Horicon with Fall River and Central Wisconsin Christian Boys, two of the top 4 teams in the state in Division 5 battling it out, number 1 and number 4. It'll be a great game.
I think the Crusaders would like to make a statement right there. I think they made one today a little bit, the non-conference game, a pace game and a very physical game. They were able to match everything.
Long three put up by Taylor Hoffman, misses. Gets her own rebound, and Emma Hoffman from the right side misses. And pushing it up now is Marissa Kotke. She's going to get bumped a little bit by Ada Smeese on her way to the basket, and 2 free throws for Marissa Kotke.
4, Avery Slings, her first personal. 15 foul. To the line, Marissa
Kotke, a 39% free throw shooter, averaging 6.5 points a game. She's got 3 of those on 1 3-point basket she's made so far. Free throw, no good.
Looks like they called that foul on Avery Slings. I thought it was going to go against Ada Smeese.
She's the only one that was over there.
I know. According to our board and what the Mr. Zonneville said on the PA, it went against Slings, which is a good thing because Ada already had a foul.
Okay. Both free throws missed. We're still stuck on 20-10. See if the Crusaders can make some ground here. Just for the sake of a nice close ball game. We got spoiled with that boys game earlier today. And our first chance to get to see the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders this season, the girls team. And we're going to get to see them coming up next week, too, a doubleheader. That's going to be at this gym against Lourdes Academy.
Tuesday, right?
That's coming up next week, Tuesday, a doubleheader, I believe, yep.
Yeah, I believe the girls play first about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, followed by the boys game.
They had it when they first put this gym in. There was one night when they had the doubleheader, but they had them in different gyms. So we had to actually pick our table up and carry it up the hallway. Yeah. Steal and a nice job there by Taylor Hoffman. Grabs the ball on the Oakfield side, takes it the distance, finishes. Finally, CWC getting off that 10 spot they had. It's now 20-12. 6:44 and counting down to the first half in favor of Oakfield. Your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Lamonska with it out on top over to Kotke on the right side. Ball passed down low into Stamen, brings it back out on top over to Kotke, a runner, and she's going to get fouled. Misses the shot, but a CWC foul.
Central Wisconsin Christian foul, Ada Smeese, her second, the team's second.
These guys have been around for a while, these officials we have. We like to say kindly experienced refereeing team.
That's right.
On the court again.
I think they're going to say it was on the floor after. They're going to say possession.
Yeah, the guy who called it, he's right from the beginning. He was saying is on the floor, and one of his partners thought it was a free throw, but it was on the floor, so they're going to take it out in the end line.
Yeah, a shot was taken, but she had returned to the floor at that point. No longer an airborne shooter.
So Oakfield hasn't scored for quite some time. It's been minutes.
Crusaders staying in that zone.
Seen a lot of shots missed inside from both teams. Some easy point-blank shots just overlaid on both sides. Long, a three being put up, and that is no good. Rebound by Macy Patton in the game. Little scoop shot, and another Crusader foul, and this time there will be 2 free throws with Lindsay Streeter heading to the line. She's 1 for 2 so far in the game.
It's going to go against Ada Smeese, her third. Picked up 2. I thought maybe 4. This might have been her 4th, but yeah, they gave the one to Avery Slings. So
this free throw is up, and that is good for Streeter. Smeese will sit down with her 3 fouls, and Emma Hoffman coming back in. I don't think anybody would like to see the Oakfield in the postseason having to have to see the size and the speed that they have. Next free throw is good too for Streeter.
Creates some definite matchup problems. And three young ladies that are probably over 6 feet tall.
Crusaders are back to a 10-point lead for Oakfield, up 22-12. Crusaders with the basketball. Vanderwerf kicks it out left side over to Braskamp.
It's going to go on Stella Hoffman with the blocking foul.
Number 44, Stella Hoffman, her second
Foul on the Oakfield Oaks, and CWC will get it on their baseline. Again, just kind of a slow last few minutes of the ball game. Each team only getting a basket apiece in the last 4 minutes of the game. Braskamp gets it down to the post over to Ritzma. She'll kick it back out. Emma Hoffman with a three-point attempt, no good. Lamanska with a rebound. I should say Georgia Hoffman with a rebound for Oakfield. Hoffman out on top with it, kicks it to the left side. Kotke with a three-point attempt, too strong. And this is going to go off from Oakfield. Kind of said it's white and kind of pointed to the right, but no, Crusaders are going the other way. So it is Crusader basketball. Just about 5 minutes left here in the first half of action.
And both teams playing zone defense. Makes for kind of a stagnant game.
Hoffman, boy, way too hard off the glass on that one. Talking to Mark Vanderwerf, he said they really kind of live and die by the three-point shot, and right now they're kind of dying and missing those inside shots with the opportunities there. Not good. Trying not to move her foot and travel there, and doesn't. Ball passed inside, and good block in there by Braskamp on the attempted shot by Lindsay Streeter. Then it's knocked out of bounds off the Crusaders. Oakfield in action coming up this weekend, a non-conference game up at Wisconsin Dells at just a game. They're playing Schulzburg up there. Ball knocked out of bounds by Ritzma as they try to get it down along the right block into Ali Lamanska.
Nice job by Elise trying to get around in the post, get three-quarter front and knock the ball away.
We will be at the next Crusader game that they play, and that is, of course, that Tuesday doubleheader. Coming up next week, Tuesday, right here in Waupun.
Against Oshkosh Lords Academy, correct? Both teams play Lords?
Yeah, I think they both play against Lords in that one. Yeah, a lot of times with these doubleheaders, and I kind of like those. If you can get those that go both games back to back like that on the same day, it's kind of fun to cover a couple Christian school games. And sometimes it's not always against the same team with the boys and the girls. Nice feed inside. And putting it in is Macy Patton. (24-12). Right now, Oakfield doubling up the Crusader score. Hoffman gets the ball over to Elise Ritzma, dribbles it down into the corner. And that one's going to get past Taylor Hoffman, and it's going to be in over and back for the Oakfield basketball. And we've got a timeout on the court. We'll do the same back in 1 minute with more girls basketball action on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Before or after today's game, stop in at Oak Central. They are a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics right here. Oak Central at 139 North Main Street, Oakfield. Call 583-3637, 583-3637. Stop on by for a great burger, pizza, appetizer, or any other special they have. Oak Central, downtown Oakfield, a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics. Go Oaks!
Here we go back at Central Wisconsin Christian School. We got Steve and Randy here bringing you the ball game, and we got Jeff doing the video streaming. Bonus coverage earlier with the Christian School boys winning an exciting game against Abundant Life. The last 4 minutes, 15 seconds of that one, as we just saw the Crusaders kind of pull away on a very close game. Had been close most of that second half. KK Vanderwerf picking up her second foul.
Okay, that foul went against Ritzma, I'm sure. I don't know if that's.
KK's even looking at the.
That's
it against you. She's pointing.
Well, she wasn't even. Yeah, there's some confusion there because that's not correct. But
yeah, I don't. Maybe they corrected the other one too that we saw before with Ada.
Well, if they did, then she has 4. That's just really trouble.
Oh, at that time you said it was just going to be your second foul that they didn't put.
Right, and then she got another one right after that. So if they would have, maybe they would have taken her out of the game at that point. But yeah.
Patson to Ritzman on the left side, and that one is challenged and missed. Oakfield with the ball. A quick shot again by Krista Sobel. And boy, she's a catch and shooter, isn't she, out there? Both of her threes just pass it to her and just in a nice rhythm and puts it up. And I think she did mention Krista during the pregame when we talked to Heather Justman. And one of those that she mentioned by name, but she's got a nice, quick, accurate shot. Emma Hoffman with it. Back out on top over to Taylor Hoffman. There's a shot from the right side. That's up and good for Samantha Braskamp. Her first field goal of the game. She's now got 4 total in the game.
A long 2-pointer.
Oakfield doubling up the CWC score in this game, 28-14. And Sobel again throws it up there, misses. Weak side rebound is good and put back, missed shot. And Macy Patton comes up with it on the rebound and put back on the other side of the basket. Good job on the offensive glass by Oakfield so far in the game, leading 30-14. 1:45 and counting down in the first half. KK Vanderwerf kicks it out. This one's Taylor Hoffman with a 3-point shot, misses, and chasing down the rebound, Krista Sobel. Oakfield has it. Here goes Liebman out to the basket. Ball gets stripped away and didn't step out, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
But Samantha Braskamp gets it. But just got herself in some trouble, and actually a foul called on Oakfield. People kind of laughing.
Yeah, everybody not sure what's going on. It
Right.
might have been a foul first, no foul called, and then she definitely stepped out of bounds.
Did she down here?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. She's trying to do the old tightrope walk, but it did look like she went out, but it's funny.
Yeah, there's some confusion now about who the fouls are called on. That's what they're at the table right now
There's
trying
been a few
to
mistakes.
do some bookwork here,
Yeah.
and the officials just and you hear me sometimes talk about that quality mechanics.
Yeah.
If you're not reporting those to the table properly, it's going to be confusing for everybody.
Eventually it's going to catch up with you, and
yeah.
That's why some of the players are laughing, even Hoffman with that one. When she had that foul down there, but it was just kind of chaos leading right up to that, and just kind of laughed. A lot of confusion during the boys' game, too, but still a well-played game. Again, Ritzman's shot being blocked in. Oakfield challenging everything inside for the Crusaders. Georgia Hoffman and gets it over to the other side of the basket over to her sister Stella, but this is a point-blank range shot. A lot of those missed in the game by both teams so far.
Yeah, I think a lot of nights those shots are going in for the Hoffman sisters, and it's not going down tonight.
A little runner by Taylor Hoffman. She's now got 7 points in the game. Nice job by the sophomore, who plays with some confidence out there. 30-16 the lead for Oakfield. We're down to 35 seconds and counting down here in the first half. Little pass, going to get it inside, kick it back out on top over to Bielbig. And back in again to Stella Hoffman, and she finishes this time for her first points of the ball game. Averages 15 points a game, but missed a lot of inside opportunities.
Yeah, that time she got herself right where she wanted on the block and used her strength to get that up and score it.
Emma Hoffman, and she's going to get fouled on her shot inside by Georgia Hoffman. Hoffman fouling. Hoffman with the 2 Fs, fouling, or getting fouled by the one with the 1 F out there.
Her second personal 16th foul.
I think both Stella and Georgia have 2 fouls apiece.
Free throw good for Emma. Braskamp and Vanderwerf sitting down right now, checking in for them. Kenzie Zolke, also Avery Slings. Both free throws good for Emma. Now with 5 points in the game, but the team trailing by 14, 32-18. 1 second left, last second shot, ball is up, and it is nothing but net, and counted for Georgia Hoffman. So loud you could even hear the cameraman yelling on that one. So 35-18 after that last second shot. Definitely in before the buzzer goes off. Beautiful shot there by Georgia Hoffman to finish the half. 35-18 the lead for Oakfield over CWC. And we'll take about a 3-minute break, come back and talk about that first half of action here at Central Wisconsin Christian right after this on RP Sports.
Katie's Log Cabin of downtown Oakfield is a proud sponsor of the Oaks in today's game. Whether you want to grab a drink with friends or fill your belly with delicious food, look no further than Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant and Bar at 210 North Main Street, Oakfield, 583-7054. Log on katieslogcabin.com. It's Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant and Bar. Delicious pizzas, appetizers, burgers, a Friday fish fry, and a whole lot more at Katie's. Life is better at the cabin.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Saputo Cheese, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. A new year, a new career. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at $21.94 per hour, or operators starting at $25.09 per hour. Great benefits, shift pay, and more. A new year, a new career with Saputo Cheese in Alto. Apply online at saputo.com/careers. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Zittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
The last tractor you'll ever need is here. Get into a Massey Ferguson compact or utility tractor and accomplish more than ever before. These versatile tractors are known for their unbeatable power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded creature comforts. And with their ability to multitask through any job around the yard or farm, they'll provide you with outstanding value for years to come. Visit Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden to find the right model for your operation.
We are back here at halftime. Oakfield with a 35-18 lead at Central Wisconsin Christian. Steve and Randy with you. Jeff on the video streaming. And I tell you, it could be a lot more points scored by both teams. Just too many misses inside, but still a pretty dominating performance by Oakfield in every aspect of the ball game.
Yeah, and there's too much length, too much size in the interior. And you're right, Oakfield, missing a lot of 0-footers or 2-foot shots in there that they could easily have another 6 to 10 points on the board and really make this lopsided. But
And nothing going in inside at all for CWC in the ball game, and they're getting challenged, of course, by the much bigger players for the Oakfield Oaks. So things are pretty rough in there. And then they're just trying to get it done from downtown, which isn't working real good either for them. So.
Yeah, and the bad news is the two tallest players for the Crusaders is Ada Smees and Elise Ritzma, both in foul trouble. So those two are the people that can match up a little bit inside, and they're both having some foul issues, and understandably, because the Oakfield does a nice job of sticking the ball into the post and attacking that way.
Yeah, and they do a good job pushing the ball up the court, too. Their bigs run pretty good. We saw that nice drive up the court that they had with the Ellie Lamanska. There's one of your bigger players out there, and she was beating everybody for CWC down the court, too, and so those girls can move, too, just not being tall out there. So, again, pretty impressive bunch that they have for the Oakfield Oaks. A few people that can shoot from downtown. I was impressed by Krista Sabel. Heard her name mentioned by the coach, and just as build, she's a pretty nice difference maker in there, too. Just a little catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, but put a couple in there in the first half. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half.
Yeah, first off for the Oaks and Coach Justman, Ryan Vielbig with 2 points. Marissa Kotke has 3 on a made three-pointer. Krista Sabel with 6 two-made three-pointers. Elizabeth Stammen with 3 points on a made three-pointer. Lindsay Streeter has 5. Ellie Lamanska with 4. Macy Patton with 4. Stella Hoffman with 2. And Georgia Hoffman with 5. She has that three-pointer that she made right at the buzzer. So everybody for the Oaks has scored except for Liebenau. And for CWC, Taylor Hoffman with 7. She has a three-pointer, a couple of hoops. Elise Ritzema with 2. Samantha Braskamp with 4. And Emma Hoffman has 5. She's got a three-pointer made and a couple of free throws. So only four people that scored for CWC. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people that have scored for the Oakfield Oaks.
In your halftime score is Oakfield leading Central Wisconsin Christian 35-18, and we'll take a 3-minute break, come back with the second half of action from Central Wisconsin Christian High School right after this on RP Sports.
Before or after today's game, stop in at Oak Central. They are a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics right here. Oak Central at 139 North Main Street, Oakfield. Call 583-3637, 583-3637. Stop on by for a great burger, pizza, appetizer, or any other special they have. Oak Central, downtown Oakfield, a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics. Go Oaks!
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Business as usual. What's shaking this week, my friend?
We are in the throes of the NFL playoff season. We have always got that going on Saturdays and Sundays. We've got daily specials going on. You'll have to check our special board. That changes by the day. There's usually hot beef, pork, and turkey going on pretty much every day, but our soup board changes by the day, and whatever Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen, she changes pretty much every day.
Open at 11 o'clock daily for lunch, into the afternoon for maybe some appetizers, and then for supper.
Mondays, of course, is pizza special as well as all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesdays, of course, is Mexican. Wednesdays is wings after 4. Thursdays, we have build-your-own burger. Friday is fish, and Saturday is our appetizer special. Buy one, get one half off.
Got the NFL playoffs. You got the Bucks and the Badgers. Some hoops on here at the bar.
Well, the Bucks haven't been doing so hot as of late, so we've got 17 different tap lines and all kinds of spirits on hand to get you through that game. The Badgers, of course, they're always on the weekends when they're playing, and you can always find something going on here.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield Booster Club is a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of our community. The money raised helps to purchase athletic equipment, off-season programs, facility improvements, and more, scholarships, and many other items for the district and our community. The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of the Oakfield Oaks in today's game. Log on to Facebook.com/the Oakfield Booster Club.
Welcome back to Central Wisconsin Christian School. Steve Witterhack, Randy Armgood with you. We also have Jeff Sauer on the video streaming. Second half of this game ready to go. Crusaders will get it first and let's see if they can get something going here. Ball tapped away in a race for the ball now, and Emma Hoffman wins the race finally. And thanks to our sponsors for both teams here tonight, for both the Crusaders and the Oakfield Oaks, supporting their local high school teams.
Oakfield Booster Club, I just heard them.
Yeah, I think the Log Cabin is another one over there.
And that Booster Club, that's a
and
pretty
Oak
nice,
Central,
nice club they have over there at Oakfield.
Yeah, they really support their local athletics over there, and they've had some fun teams. Of course, nothing shines brighter than their softball team they have over in Oakfield. Man, they've got just a juggernaut of a program. They seem to be at state just about every single year.
That's been going on for like 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I remember that we have the Holtzes in front of us here, but I know one of their relation, Ashley Holtz, was a really nice pitcher that they had on their team back in the day, and I saw her throw at that time what was the only perfect game at the state tournament. And she was down 3-0 on the first batter that she faced, and then came back and struck her out. The girl swung at would have been ball 4 and swing and a miss on a rise ball. Only 4 strikeouts, and everything else was all her seniors behind her, making some great plays. So it's an amazing moment for Oakfield winning the state tournament. Doug Mock was coach back then at that time. He's got winner of coaching a few of those state championship years.
Yeah, you knew when the pinstripes came in the house, Oakfield was there.
Yeah.
Love those pinstripe pants. I think they still wear them to this day.
Well, they do. There's something different with them. I think they didn't. There's something different whether they don't have those regular black with the orange pinstripes. There's something different that they had on last year. In the couple of games that I did for them, I thought, that's your signature. You can't get rid of that. You get those things back out again.
Lindsay Streeter at the line, shooting 2. Last foul went against Braskamp, her first.
Next free throw on the way, and that is also good. Streeter makes them both and makes it now a 37-20 lead for the visiting Oakfield Oaks.
7 points on the evening for Streeter.
Yeah, some good players that we got to know a little bit during the volleyball season. Those nice seniors that they have. KK Vanderwerf, that definitely was her main sport. She was the setter, the kind of the quarterback of the pretty good volleyball team that they had here. Nice job by Elise Rissman to steal it, get over to Emma Hoffman, and she puts it in. Nice job. Just steals the ball from Oakfield after getting the rebound and saves it from going out of bounds. Gets it right to Hoffman. Emma finishes. Slick looking play there by the Crusaders.
Crusaders sticking with that 2-3 zone. Able to make another steal.
Down by 15 now, 37-22. Got a chip away. Like I said, we're here for both teams, for Oakfield and for CWC, but just want to encourage it to be a close game. And the rebound is ripped out of there by Marissa Kotke, bringing it up now for the Oaks. Our buddy Doug Mock lives in Waupun here and misses everything on the shot by Lindsey Streeter. Tie up and possession arrow pointing towards the Oakfield Oaks.
Yeah, longtime friend still doing the books here for Oakfield. Did you see who that was, Steve, right in front?
Yeah, we got Candy.
Candy Mueller. I don't even know what her married name is. She's been married for a number of years. Had a lot of kids go through the program.
And I should note how you put me on the spot here, but I remember she had some kids that were some nice athletes that went through the high school here. When they talked about that perfect game thrown by Holtz at the state tournament, Candy's daughter was, I think, the left fielder, maybe on that team. Well, one of the kids that made some great plays to preserve that perfect game.
Our Waupun connection. No, she was a Mueller.
And I should know that name, and I just can't think of it. They owned the convenience store down in Oakfield too back in those days. I'm not sure if they still do. Yes. Crusaders again with an opportunity to tighten the game up just a little bit more. Ada Smeese is going to try to get over to Ritzma, but she was covered, and it was all of a sudden made a move down towards the basket and ends up traveling. Kind of has had some happy feet out there with Ada. A little more subdued crowd here right now than what we had for those 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the boys basketball game that we added as bonus coverage today. Thank our team here for putting that together with Jeff and Randy, and all jumped right in. They're all right in stride, and looks like we've been covering the whole game by the time we were calling it there, but got rewarded with a nice ending to that ball game. Again, the Crusaders winning that game against a pretty game team from St. Ambrose.
Somewhere out of the Madison area, isn't it? I believe. No idea where that school is. Not familiar with it at all.
Oh, Doug Mock out there listening. Hey, Doug, if you're listening, what's Candy's last name too?
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, that's one of our questions. But he said those signature pants will be returning for the 23-24 season. They were gone, and I thought, why would you do that? That's everybody knows him. It's like the pinstripes of the Yankees or something like that.
That's right.
Especially being such a powerhouse that they are.
I played on a softball team with Doug Mock back. Oh boy, I don't even want to say. Well, several decades ago, but Doug was kind of.
Is it before they wore helmets or anything?
No,
maybe they'd explain something.
This was a men's softball. Yeah, it was before he wore a face mask, that's for sure. But I remember Doug. He had some insight into our uniforms. We had nice uniforms back then, and we had to have pinstripes there too. Our men's softball team, we wore the pennies.
We should have Doug down here. I gave him a headset too, and give us some Oakfield history. But Erdman, Candy Erdman.
Okay.
I remember that name now. She had some nice athletic kids. I remember her son playing basketball, nice athlete, and also her daughter. What position she played, Doug, out there? Sometimes I get all the information, drain them from all. But I remember she was on that team when Holtz had that perfect game, and I just wondered what position. I don't know if she was one of the outfielders or not in that, but a good solid bunch of seniors behind a freshman pitcher that got a perfect game that year and just forced strikeouts. That was amazing.
You just have Doug call us up and communicate it right here live. That would be
right.
He's how long he's been at Oakfield? It's got to be
a long time.
35 years, I would guess, if I had to make an estimate.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Nice little community. Met nothing but nice people over there when we do games over there. Doug's always very accommodating with his AD position over there. He goes KK Vanderwerf to the basket to get her first points of the ball game. Saw an open lane to the hoop from the free throw line, went in and scores. Now just a 13-point lead.
Crusaders kind of coming back, sticking with that 2-3 zone. Oakfield might think about pulling it out.
An errant pass inside, and the Crusaders come up with it. A chip away, see if they can get down to single digits here pretty soon. Down by 13, 37-24. Little back cut by Emma Hoffman, and off her hands, off her foot, out of bounds. It is Oakfield basketball. Alexis Liebenau coming in the game, and Stella Hoffman checking in. Allie Lamonska will sit down.
Let's see if we can get Liebenau a basket. She is the only player for the Oaks that has not scored in this game. Really spreading the wealth.
Doug Mock's been there for 36 years over at Oakfield.
Pretty good guess. I said 35, yeah.
And he said Candy's daughter played a little second base one year and right fielder another year. And that was his guess. He said, just a guess, he said 36 years. Three-pointer from the left side is no good from Georgia Hoffman, but a rebound by her sister, and Estella Hoffman finishes on the putback shot. Oakfield finally gets off from 37, now leading 39-24.
Yeah, only 4 points for Stella and 5 points for Georgia.
There's going to be an offense foul. Is he going to call? No, they're going to call Oakfield, but I thought he kind of showed the mechanics of an offensive foul, but that one's going to be on Alexis Liebenow.
Liebenau's second foul.
Yeah, we will have an opportunity to talk to the winning coach, maybe a player or two after this ball game, so stick around for that too.
Coach Justman, she hasn't really pulled all the tricks out today. She's played some zone, playing some man, but no full court stuff.
Yeah, at least having a hard time going to travel a little walk.
And then she drained the three.
Georgia Hoffman, yeah, she puts it in, smiles, but ends up, big step. As I said, I see her sister asking her, what'd you do? But it was kind of an obvious extra big step that she took in there, so Crusaders will get it back. Yeah, we got a lot of nice schools that we cover around the area, and always a good bunch of kids, a good bunch of coaches that we get to know pretty good, and some of the benefits of doing games. KK Vanderwerf just kind of heaves one up towards the rim and misses. 15-point lead for Oakfield. They've got the basketball coming up along the right side. Back in the hands and going into Alexis Liebenow, and hard off the glass, but puts it in. She was the one we needed to score, right?
That's right, yeah. All 10 players now in the lineup have scored.
A team effort here by the Oakfield Oaks. And looks like a little, maybe a reach in by Ryan Vielbig. We'll look back to see what they were calling, but that's what they called.
Yeah, we're blessed, Steve. We've got Laconia, Randolph, Waupun, Oakfield, just in our area that really put some quality sports teams on the court spoiled. And on the field. Yeah.
We're so spoiled with how many state championship teams that we've done stuff for. Laconia with all those years winning 3 in a row state championships. Scott Ritz was sitting in front of us running the music.
Right.
DJ Jazzy Scott doing that, but he was the coach of those teams that they had, and that was fun following them. Oakfield, of course, and the many state championships that they've had. That one with Holtz, too, there's another one that nobody recorded it back at the station. He got lost in time. Just boom, it was gone. 2 key games that's happened to me. A nice feed inside and putting it away at the end, Stella Hoffman. Liebenow with a nice dish, just dishing it to her and giving a wide open 2. Now a 19-point lead for the Oakfield Oaks. And going up more with the body probably on that one to Stella Hoffman on the block, but not agreeing with the officials.
Yeah, a lot of people here just kind of shaking their head in this. That's her 4th foul, too, on Hoffman. Crew worked the boys' game before this. It might be a little tired.
It might be.
Seem like they're not enthused about it right now.
Yeah, Elise makes her free throw.
Makes Elise 1 of 2 on the evening from the line. 5 points.
Another free throw for Elise. A high arcing shot, nothing but net on that one. Funny story with one night doing a volleyball match here, and I accidentally left my phone on my broadcast table. Took everything out, and I got home, and I said, "Where's my phone?" I said, "Hey, Deb, call my phone." And she calls, and somebody from the Christian school answers it. They said, "Yeah, come pick your phone up. It's sitting right here." And I think Elise had it, and she kind of ran it out to me out the door when I got her because the doors were locked. Get the ball inside, going to kick it back out on top now for the Oaks. Yeah, so I did get my phone back, but it was the next morning. I was doing the morning show, and I was for some reason looking at my pictures, and there was a selfie of the of Emma Hoffman, was KK Vanderwerf, and also Elise Ritzma. Oh, nice shot on the right side. That is put in by Allie Lamanska. But they had a selfie waving him at the camera, and I saw that the next day, and it kind of made me chuckle. Good bunch of kids over here, and they were always helping putting up the banners and things like that. And so the fans here and the parents, very nice people, coaches. So always a great experience coming to CWC. Ball kicked out right side. 3-pointer on the way, comes up short. Lamanska gets the rebound, back in the hands of the quick shooting Krista Sabo.
Only a 2.
Yeah, just a 2 this time.
Yeah. Very close to being a 3.
And Doug, when you come into a game over there, man, he'll set you up on the stage, and people think I'm going to sing a song or something. My tables, I'll be sitting there at my table, all of a sudden he opens up the curtains, and everybody kind of looks up there. What's this guy going to do, a comedy act, or what's he going to do up here? But that's where I sat, right at the one end of the court on the stage over at Oakfield High School. But
ball goes on Ryan Vielbig, her 3rd.
I don't think they're updating their gym at all over there. They had a nice referendum that being passed. I'm not sure if they're working on that over at Oakfield right now, but they kind of got the Hoosiers gym going on there with just like they have over at Cambria Friesen, very similar looking gyms when you go to those two schools. Both free throws good for Taylor Hoffman, and Samantha Braskamp now checking in. Sitting down will be Taylor Hoffman.
Taylor has 9 points on the night, 2 of 2 from the line.
The pass inside to Georgia Hoffman, back to Vielbig out on top. And Georgia's going to just quick shoot the 15-footer. Pretty impressive from the left side along that baseline by Georgia Hoffman. No thought about that one, just grab it and shoot it. 49-28. Now the lead for Oakfield, 8:15 and counting down in the game. That one's launched up in and out on the shot by Mackenzie Zolke. And Ada Smeese.
Ada's first points of the evening.
Wow.
Yeah, she's getting matched inside by the same height, making things difficult.
And again, a very good volleyball player, middle hitter. Really became a force inside for their volleyball team. Fun to call their matches. Another catch and shoot from Georgia Hoffman, no good. Crusaders get the rebound, and coming up with it is Samantha Braskamp, bringing it up along the right side. Boys basketball tomorrow night over at Waupun High School as they take on the Winnicott County Wolves. And then the travel is going to be called on Samantha Braskamp.
Substitutions for the Oaks Streeters.
Doug's still out there. How many people we have? Is Doug the only person logged in right now? Maybe. Doug, you're our only viewer, computer logged on right now. No upgrade to the gym, he says, over at Oakfield, and lighting. But stage will be walled off, so you'll have a new seat.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Walled off.
It'll probably be one of those hydraulic lifts they'll throw up there on the side. But, yeah, you always find a place. I don't care if it's a top bleacher or something. We'll make it work, no matter where you put us. Good to see some improvements out there.
It's a nice facility to call baseball or softball games from. You know, softball you're right on top of home plate, but baseball we got a really nice view when you go to Oakfield. And
yeah,
I do some umpiring over there. It's always good, baseball and softball.
I always get yelled at from a lady when I do softball because I always go to, as you're looking at the field just to the left of that little press box they have, and that's where they have the scoreboard and everything, controls sitting inside there. But I get there early, but there's a lady who always likes to sit there, an older lady, and I just said, hey, sit right next to me right here. And so I'm going to put a headset on you. But she's always very nice about it, and they're always nice and appreciative of being there. It's going to go off the hands of Stella Hoffman, and off from, I should say, the Crusaders, and the Oakfield Oaks will get it back. leading 49-30 under 7 to play.
Yeah, when you umpire home plate there for softball games, you can hear the broadcast, whether it's you or I know Stewart was over there a few times, just right in your ear almost calling the game.
2-point shot put in the line, but with a little contact on that one, and Kotke finishes.
5 points for Marissa in the game.
51-30 in favor of the Oaks on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. 3-pointer up by Emma Hoffman, rims out, no good. And Stella Hoffman gets the rebound, gives it up to Kotke to push it up. And Georgia was looking like she's ready to pull the trigger again. And Kotke from the right side, about a 12-footer or so over there, and buries it from the right side of the basket. Pulling away now, up by 23, 53-30, under 6 to play. Oh, that one is stolen. Here goes Georgia Hoffman, and yes, that one goes in. Thought maybe he was a little too hard off the glass, but finishes the defense at half court and takes it all the way the other way for a basket.
I wanted to see the dunk.
We saw that Mr. Ben Emba over in that Randolph game, man. There's a guy that plays above the rim. And he had another one of those putback shots when the ball came off a miss, and he was right up there by the rim, and the ball just came out of the cylinder, and boom, he just tapped it right back in. Very impressive play there by Ben Emba. And as Coach Josh Gibbons says, the boys coach for CWC, it's definitely a team effort. You got your marquee scorer out there, but, God, everybody is included in the great defense and the hustle that they have out there. They got a good thing going on right now. Central Wisconsin Christian with their boys basketball team, and they'll get tested coming up on Saturday, a 5 o'clock game at Horicon High School, taking on Fall River, the number 1 ranked team in the state. CWC, the number 4 ranked team in Division 5.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about going to that, remember that's an all-day event, and it's a 5 o'clock start would be the showcase game, as they're calling it.
Yeah, that definitely is. 3-pointer right side, no good. Weak side rebound in the hands of Lindsay Streeter.
That's a good rebound. She got up on that one.
And now I'm trying to come up with the names. I just saw the guy the other day over at Jersey Mike's sub place over in Beaver Dam, the coach for Fall River. One of the deans of coaches out there. He's been around for a while. I can't think of his name offhand.
Starts with an O, doesn't it? It's a O. Oh, I know as well. It's happening to us, Steve. We used to have.
We're getting old.
We had minds like
and
Steel
I can't
Trap, and now we can't think of people's names.
It's as smart as my phone, but you can't get You can't get inside the CWC gym. You can't get onto the internet. Otherwise, I would have looked it up on West Sports and had it for you in a second. Arnie.
Yeah, Olkey.
Arnie Olkey. Yeah, we put it together between us. We have the brain of one person. Yeah, and Jeff Sauer just shaking his head over there because he's the kid. We call him the kid. He's the young guy in our bunch. So
by a whopping 3 years.
The brass camp at the line for 2.
You really want to thank Jeff. It's really opened up what we can do by having his video streaming services. And Jeff will go out, and I don't know how you do it when you do the play-by-play, Jeff, with hockey and the video at the same time. Do you go and get the interviews? I know there's interviews after the game. How do you get those?
I sneak down on the ice. I put the camera right at a logo where I know that they'll be at, and then turn up the volume, do some testing, and walk with the handheld while I'm getting down there.
Well, it's a nice extra. The person we got our hockey connection too with some good hockey. You do a lot of Waupun and just Springs, of course, who was good every year over there, and you had some good calls over there. We listen to the highlights we get from that, and I listened to a few of your games as you did them. Boy, nice power move coming in from the right side for Stella Hoffman.
Yeah, she missed a lot of those shots in the first half. Now she's really taking her time. She's sitting down. She's going up strong with 2 hands and really looks dominating at that point. Give her 6 in the second half, 8 in the game.
Here goes Stella Hoffman to the rim, and this is off to the right, and getting the rebound, Lindsay Streeter. You know how to do soccer, Jeff?
I did try a couple at Waupun because they didn't have their huddle cam up, and I used to play it, but I didn't was more because I couldn't play football that I was playing soccer. So I don't know if I even knew the rules after a couple years.
I told him I'm not even going to try. I've already learned my brain capacity. I do volleyball, and not too many people do volleyball. It's just they don't do it well, and I've been doing it since '92. And one of my favorite things to call volleyball and basketball. So that's my little extra thing that I do over and above the usual sports.
Yeah, and you're doing a nice job.
It's fun. I got spoiled my first years because Waupun won state 11 times, and I wasn't doing play-by-play till about halfway through that run. But yeah, the 5-year run that they had, I was at all of those, and one of the tournaments before then. Emma Hoffman sitting down now.
Stella fouled out, I believe it was.
That's her 5th foul. Yep.
Yeah.
57-33, 2:47 left.
Elise Ritzema with the left-hand layup and the foul. Chance to make it a 3-point play.
Nice thing is I can go home. I can watch a little tennis. You must watch that too, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a tennis guy too.
Yeah, love it.
I'd stay up and watch the Australian Open. I mean, they play them till about, because it's prime time. They're up there overnight while we're sleeping. They're like 17 hours ahead of us. I mean, it's already Friday. We're well into Friday in Australia right now, 17 hours ahead of us. Very good tennis. The Americans doing really well.
Yeah.
The top 2 guys the top 2 guys got knocked out by young American players. So
Sabo with the hoop puts her in double figures with 10 points.
Timeout for a replacement, basically. Keep it right here. It's just one of those quick. Give the girls a little break here. We haven't had this. This was the second timeout, third timeout of the game that they've had.
Yeah.
We saw more timeouts in the last 4 minutes of that other game.
A little more heated game, though.
Yeah, when things are on the line, that's when you're going to use up your timeouts. And
again, congratulations to Josh Gibbons and the CWC boys team for getting it done. What are they now? 10 and what's their record overall?
I'd look that up, but I don't. But there's no internet. Yeah, they only have one loss on the season so far, and that nice win they had at Randolph.
I think it must be 10 or 11 and 1. I think.
Yeah, winning 64-55 in their ball game earlier on this court. And they like to play doubleheaders, and we like that here. We're going to do a doubleheader next week, Tuesday, right here at Central Wisconsin Christian. The boys and girls playing, and they're both taking on Lourdes Academy. And they're just the Knights. I found out from one some irritated guy says they're not the Red Knights.
Yeah.
And they've been calling that for years.
Oakfield foul number 10.
It'll be a really good game for the boys. Another good test because the Knights are one of the top teams in the conference, and they beat them earlier this season by about 25 points. A pretty convincing victory by Josh Gibbons and his Central Wisconsin Christian boys basketball team.
Bonus situation for the Crusaders.
Bonus situation there and wasn't administered. That's correctable error. They can go and do that right now.
There should only be about a minute 37 left on the clock because they didn't run it after the first stop of the clock unless they corrected it or something wasn't working on the scoreboard part of it. Oh, Ada Smees with a rebound and
nice
put back. Nice job by Ada.
I did stop at the table and mention it to our clock operator that we didn't know that. And
the unknown clock operator.
He said, "Boy, I thought I got away with it. I didn't think anybody noticed." So,
that was all over the radio, all over Radio Plus.
I didn't call you out, though. I told him we didn't call you out.
Yeah, his kids know, his grandkids know, and everybody. But a good guy. He reminds me a lot of Dave Renz.
He looks just
very involved, yeah.
Yeah, but what a good guy. Just a nice guy. But he's been involved with baseball for years and has taught how many young kids how to swing a bat, how to catch a ball, and he's got grandkids playing now. And he's just a good man.
And he plays pickleball.
And he's a pickleballer. Yeah.
King of the spin.
Yeah.
Back spin, side spin.
Yeah. That's why I got my new pickleball paddle. I'm diving headfirst right into it right now, and I bought my pickleball What do we got here?
CWC.
12-1.
12-1.
12-1 on the season. Ranked number 4. Moved up another spot since last week when they played Randolph. Over cooked pass on that one. It's going to be CWC basketball. I think everybody's ready for this game to be beat. Even the players out there like, it's just the
probably our listeners as well. All the drama has gone out of this.
Doug might even left us by now, so we might be Doug might have been our only guy. 59-35 in favor of Oakfield. Impressive showing here at Central Wisconsin Christian. We'll see if I get a chance to talk to Coach Heather Justman.
Oh, man.
We're going to play her. Don't want to see anybody get hurt here in the last few moments of the game that's decided.
Oaks foul number 10. Alexis
Good to see her pop back up again. Macy Patton is on the ground.
Send Braskamp to the line for 2.
37 seconds left. That one a little bit short on the shot for Samantha Braskamp. Free throw, nothing but net. Doug checked in, said just to confirm that too with Jeff. 12-1 for the CWC boys. 3-pointer right side is up. That is no good. Smeese gets the rebound.
Doug can get internet at his house. Can't get it here in the gym.
Hey, thanks, Doug, for joining us tonight.
Call an intentional foul here at this point in the game. 21 seconds left.
Ooh. An intentional foul on Macy Patton.
It's Justman asking for.
Wow.
Very adamant call by the official.
Saying it's like he tried to trip someone. That's what he's.
Now she was the one that was down before. Macy was down before and went down hard. Maybe it was a little payback for something that happened to get her to the floor. I'm not sure.
Best thing that can happen right now is this game just ends because players don't want to play. This ball's going to end up back in the hands of the Crusaders after this.
Should have told Dave this never would have happened.
That's right.
This never would have happened. 21 seconds left now. But again, a very hospitable treatment when we come here again. It was tonight again, as always, at Central Wisconsin Christian. Good bunch of people, good bunch of kids. And a couple convincing victories with Oakfield over CWC during the season. They beat them almost 30 points in that first meeting, and now 59-37 in this one. We're painfully trying to get down to the 0. That with 11.8 seconds left. Like I said, I'll get a chance to talk to, at the very least, Heather Justman, the Oakfield Oaks head coach, after this, and see what she has to say about our team.
The interesting thing here, every player on the court for Oakfield scored in this game.
A nice swat at the end on a block shot by Mackenzie. Zolke at least tried to pass it or something they were, but Zolke goes up and just swats it out of there. And we're going to see if I can, I'm going to put my headset down, see if I can get Heather before she takes off here.
We'll step away with a couple of advertisements. We'll be back when you're ready.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural,